All right, moving on to the next one.
Am I the asshole for calling myself grandma in bed after my boyfriend kept asking me to call him daddy? I'm just going to get right to it. My boyfriend, 28 male, likes to be called daddy in bed while we're being intimate. I, 25 female, have gone along with this request, but it's starting to creep me out, and I've decided I don't want to do it anymore. He is not happy about this and insists it has nothing to do with the connotation of the word. He says he simply enjoys hearing me say it. Since he wasn't budging on the issue, I told him I'd like for him to call me grandma in bed as a compromise. He didn't like this option and said it was giving him visuals he would prefer not to have. Like, okay, join the fucking club. Anyway, the last time he tried to initiate intimacy with me, I started referring to myself as grandma in the third person, saying things like, "Do you like when grandma does that?" etc. He flew off the handle. He said I ruined the mood, made him feel gross, and was being ridiculous. I think I proved my point, but he thinks I'm being an asshole. So, am I the asshole?
So I picked this one because from conversations I've had with you, I know you like to be called daddy.
I do indeed like to be called daddy. Yep.
Me personally, I don't. It doesn't. It's yeah, whatever, you know. But the way she went about this, so like, if you and your significant other, if she didn't like it, would you try to force it upon her?
I don't know if I would force it, but no, it's not something that I'm that hard up about that I would have to have that in order to be intimate or whatever, but it's something that I do enjoy. I like being it's just it's not like even a daddy daughter dynamic or a little big or whatever the dynamics are. It's just the fact that I take care of this person and I just like to be called daddy. Now if she
Right.
wanted to be
Which
called
is
if she wanted to be called
what.
grandma, well, bring it over here, grandmammy. Let's put
And that's kind of where I'm coming from on it. It's like if she's cool with it, like that's fine, whatever.
yeah.
But it seems like this guy's trying to force it upon her and being like, "No, you need to call me this, this, and this." You know.
I,
But her reaction to it is fine. I'll call you daddy. I'm grandma.
I'm fine with that too. Like from my perspective, like fuck it. If that's what you enjoy, that's what you like to be called. I don't have an issue with that. Like it's just like a mutual thing. Like if that's what gets you going, sure, let's do it.
Right. Well, this wasn't a mutual thing. She does not want to call him daddy. Like, my wife does not like that whatsoever. You know, she sees it as to her it's just gross, which is fine because I'm one of those guys. It's like you ain't got to call me daddy. I don't care. You know, you just call me God. I'm fine with that. Yeah. If you're calling out, oh God, that's perfectly fine by me. I don't need
Right.
to be called daddy.
No, I mean for me, like it's just I don't know. It's just something that I enjoy, and this conversation goes back to the fact that like mutual respect. Look, we're in a long-term relationship. If I wanted to do whatever maneuver, like, don't shy away from that. Like, that's something that I want to try and want to enjoy. If there's that like tension of I want to do something with you and you don't want to do it, like, I get it. I understand like personal boundaries and stuff, but you're gonna be with this person forever. Like,
Right. So if your significant other wanted to be called grandma, you'd be like, "Come here, Meemaw.
oh, for sure.
Roll
I
the
mean, I'm gonna
roll
put my
roll the
spin on it.
roll them titties out."
Yeah, I would totally call her granny, grandma, grandmammy, meemaw, whatever the hell she wanted to be called. Because like, if that's something that she enjoys, it's not hurting my feelings to say a word. Like,
Right. But I mean, I understand where she's coming from. Like some people find it disgusting. You know,
the
and it's nothing against the people that don't. It's nothing against someone like you that likes to be called daddy, and that's perfectly fine if you and your significant other are into that. You know, but I I don't think it's right to try to force it upon someone, and that's what it seems like this guy's trying to do.
But again, it just boils down to the fact of the situation. If that's a must have for him and she's not able to accommodate that, then he needs to walk away from the relationship. It's simple
Yeah,
as that. But it
what
sounded
all
like she made a compromise and he wasn't willing to go with that, even though she's got a point. It's the exact same thing, you know?
yeah.
I mean, she could have asked to be called mommy, and that would have been a little better. And I call I call my significant other mommy, mama, mamacita all the time.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, so I call my wife mamas all the time,
Right,
and it's like, hey, mamas, how you doing? Stuff like that, and it's usually never in a sexual way. It's just in general talk.
right.
You know, uh,
But does she call you
but
dad or daddy, like just because you guys have kids together and it's you guys have been parents for however long? Like it's just something. Hey, go say this to dad. Hey, go ask dad for this, or hey, go. So it's just
yeah,
something that you
it's
just
it usually with her, it's the kids always go to her, and her response is, "You guys have a fucking dad, you know." you know, it's because they rather ask her than me, which I don't know why, but it is what it is. But no, I've never really been into that whole daddy thing and mommy thing and stuff like that. And she came up with a compromise for this guy. Fine, I'll call you daddy. I want to be called grandma.
and the fact that he's not okay with that shows that this isn't like an open communicative relationship either, because like if you want something and she's willing to do that for you but she has a request too, I'd be open to it. And the fact that he's
Right.
shutting it down, it proves her point more. And I think if he were to lean into it, she would be like, okay, no, that's not working for me either. So like she's fucking trolling him and he ought to know that.
Oh, dude, just imagine she's over here fucking slobbing on his knob and be like, you like it when grandma does that? It's like, well, I mean, you haven't taken your teeth out yet, but
It's not good enough, Grandma. Get better.
you want to be called grandma, fine, but we're gonna have to pop them teeth, all right?
No, I think you should be open to doing or saying whatever for your partner, especially if you're in a long term relationship. Because if they don't get it with you, there's a chance that they're going to find it elsewhere.
And see, for me, I think it needs to be a mutual respect factor. Like, my wife doesn't like doing stuff like that. I don't ask her to do stuff like that because I have respect for her in that matter. You and your significant other have a respect for each other that you guys have come to agreements to. Either way is fine as long as that mutual respect is there.
Then again, like I can agree with that. Having mutual respect and your partner saying, hey, I don't like this thing, it kind of goes both ways. Like the guy saying, I
Yeah.
like to be called daddy, please call me daddy. And there being the other way of, I don't like calling you daddy, I don't want to call you daddy. Like, there's got to be some compromise there. What about Poppy? Can we go with Poppy?
It's the same thing in a different language.
So it sounds different, and maybe there's not that connotation of like a father figure. Like that's never in my thought process when I'm being called daddy. It's like I'm the one taking care of you. I'm the one laying it down right. I'm making sure everything's on the up and
Yeah.
up. I'm fucking daddy.
Yeah, it's not in your thought process, but in someone else's thought process, it is.
Right.
You know, they don't like to say daddy because of, in their mind, that's a father. That is, to them, it's gross, you know. And, and maybe that he needs to have this, they shouldn't be together.
Right. And that's the bottom
know,
line in any situation like this is you got to have your must-haves, and if those things aren't able to be accommodated, then move it along. Like that's not your person.
Right.
If she can't call you daddy and feel comfortable doing that, it's not your person. That's okay.
And if you can't call her grandma, then
She's not your grandma.
But
Go get
no,
your trust fund from somebody else, bitch.
I picked this one for this reason because we have different viewpoints on this, and I respect your viewpoint. Whatever, it affects me nothing.
Nick, I want
You
you to
know.
start calling me daddy.
No. All right, Poppy. No, it's just it's a respect factor. You have respect for your partner, and you guys have a mutual agreement, as in I do, and you don't push it on anyone.
Right.
And that's me and you don't push anything on anyone. Not religion, not politics, nothing. That's the beautiful thing about America is it's a free country.
Right.
Do what you please.
Now that's what I'm saying though too is like if not being called daddy was like that big of an issue for me or an issue for her, we both have the right to walk away from the relationship. Like, and we made that decision very early on is that we don't want to change the other person. We might have things that we'd like to see change, and if it's accommodable, something that can be done, fine, we can do that. But if that changes who we are as a person, then it's got to be the end of the relationship, and that's just the way it is.
Right. And I agree. I mean, there's some things that need to change, like, as in the person and stuff. Like, let's be honest about it. I've changed a lot since I've gotten with my wife. And I've changed for the better. But it wasn't something that she necessarily forced upon me. She helped me make those changes to make me a better person,
Right.
And she's made changes herself. So it's not a one-way thing, it's something that needed to happen. Like, I'm a better person now because of her.
But the thing is, it's not like you have the choice, hey, I can't make these changes for you. I'm not going to be the person for you. Let's move it along.
Right. And I mean, I've been in relationships before where it was, no, that's not going to happen. You can simply go fuck yourself. Have a good day.
And you can either choose to say, okay, I'm all right with just letting this thing go, or walk away.
So, on that note, Grandma's not the asshole?
Ooh. She is the asshole. She's 100% the asshole for switching it up and making it like point on him, I think, just to be an ass. I mean, she's being an ass. We can't agree on that.
Yeah, 100. No, she's trying to prove a point.
But being an ass to do it.
No, I don't think she's the asshole. No. I think she did a hilarious way of trying to prove a point. You want me to call you daddy? Fine, let's make a compromise. You call me grandma. Well, I don't want to call you grandma. Well, I don't want to call you daddy.
I agree with the point being made, but I feel like she was kind of an ass about going about it. Instead of just being like, hey, that's a no-go for me. I can't carry on doing that. You're not going to force me to do it. If I'm not your person, that's fine. Move it along.
Well, then we're going to agree not to agree because I think she's not the asshole. You think she is the asshole.
There we go.
So now you have to do 2 stamps.
I don't think she's the asshole. I don't think she's the asshole for having her perspective and having her opinion. But I also think she went about it in an asshole way.
I don't give a fuck how she went about it. She's not the asshole.
Okay, whatever.
You're trying to make her do something she doesn't want to do. And she made a compromise. Did she not?
She did make a compromise, and I'm fine with the compromise. But it's like...
And Daddy didn't like the compromise, so Grandma's saying, fuck you. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, Daddy gets what he wants no matter what, so it shouldn't matter.
No. Not in this case.
I'm trying to see, were they boyfriend and girlfriend or married?
Boyfriend, girlfriend.
Okay, yeah. I mean, then there's no fucking issue there. Like, walk away. It's simple as that. If it's not something that If it's not something that you're okay with accepting or okay with doing, move it along.
Right. No, I knew this would be a tough subject between us that we wouldn't agree. I already knew off rip we weren't going to agree on
I
this
don't,
one.
again, I don't think she's wrong for having her perspective and having the not want to call him daddy. I also don't think he's wrong for wanting to be called daddy. I think that maybe she went about it in the wrong way. She proved her point, but
Yeah.
she wouldn't be able to try that shit with this daddy because I'd have fucking leaned into it. All right, come here, Graham. Let's go. Where's my cookies? So like it wouldn't have, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Like if that's
I
something
get your point, but I also get her point. You know, is I loved it. I think it's awesome that she did the way she did it. I don't think she's the asshole.
all right, fair enough.
You're just a stubborn asshole.
I, whatever. If you find yourself suffering from asshole tendencies, hit that subscribe button and receive a free pamphlet by mail. And because we're the real assholes, you ain't getting shit. All right, so we shall move on to the next one. And this one kind of goes back to a little bit of what we were on with the whole daddy conversation of like, if you can't do what you want for your partner, then they might want to seek that thing out elsewhere. So this one is called Getting It Elsewhere. Let's go.
Am I the asshole for getting it elsewhere since my wife didn't want to have sex anymore? A few months ago, I posted for relationship advice on another sub. Basically, my wife decided unilaterally that we were done having sex. She found out that she cannot have kids due to a choice she made before we met, and kids, apparently, were the only reason she was willing to have sex. I love my wife, and I enjoy being intimate with her, but after 2 years of this, it was making our marriage untenable. So I posted for advice. I got a lot of support and suggestions about how to talk to my wife. I tried a lot of it, and I also started going to counseling by myself. But no matter how I approached her about our situation, she would not try to see it from my point of view. Every discussion ended with her crying and screaming in my face that I was trying to emotionally manipulate her. I then wrote her a letter outlining my feelings and asking her to come with me to counseling, seek counseling for herself, or maybe even see a doctor. I was kind and loving in the letter. The last thing I wanted to do was set her off. I even worked on the wording with my counselor to make sure I wasn't saying anything aggressive that could be misinterpreted. She read the letter and then scrawled across it with a red Sharpie. Go get it elsewhere because you are not getting it from me. Then she walked out. I sat there for about an hour doing nothing. Then I told myself that was exactly what I was going to do. We are both fairly successful in our jobs. I'm not super attractive, but I'm fit and a good talker. It took a while, but I met someone. We started out as just friends, but eventually it became physical. I made sure she knew I was married. She's not interested in a relationship, so I guess I'm a safe option for her. My wife found out because I did not try to hide it. She was crying when I got home one night. When I came in, she asked if I was going to leave her. I said no. She asked if I was cheating on her, and I said I was getting sex elsewhere. She said that was cheating, and I did not disagree. I asked her what she wanted to do. She said I had to stop. I asked her if we were going to start having sex again. She said I was an irrational asshole if I thought she would have sex with me after I cheated. I went to my desk and pulled out a photocopy of the letter I had written with her answer written across it. Then I went to take a shower and went to my room to sleep. When I woke up, she was sitting on the couch waiting to talk. She said she had reread the letter and realized with key she had not actually read it properly before. She assumed it was just a letter begging for sex. She said she would go to counseling alone and with me. All I had to do was stop having sex elsewhere. I said I would be willing to pause my friendship until we saw a counselor, and that if I saw progress in our relationship, I would break it off. She said she would not agree to counseling unless I left the other woman. It almost turned into a fight, so I went for my run. Before I left, I asked her what would compel her to go to counseling if I stopped having sex elsewhere. When I got back, she still did not have an answer. She couldn't even say that our relationship was worth saving. I don't want a divorce, but I'm willing to leave over this. I am 28. I am not going the rest of my life without sex. She refuses to see my side. Am I the asshole?
Wow. That one's deep
I mean,
and hits
she
home.
told you to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, she definitely said that. And if you're going to follow the instructions, I mean, um, it's
I mean, this
absolutely
goes back
crazy.
to an earlier story. He kept the evidence.
Yeah,
You wrote it down. Go find it somewhere else. I mean,
it's just fucked up. I mean, I've been in a relationship where there was no sex, leading up to a divorce ultimately. Um, but the 9 months prior to divorce, there was no sex at all. Like, and even when there was, it was once a month, once every 2 months. Like, it wasn't enough. And I think if you get into a relationship and you guys both have an understanding of your guys' sexual needs, then if those aren't being accommodated, I think there's every right to find it somewhere else. I would definitely recommend getting a divorce, but I can definitely understand loving the person, but not loving the sexual relationship.
right? I mean, to me, it sounds like he's trying to do everything he can to save this
A
marriage.
hundred
But
percent,
at the same time, he's like, look, you told me to go somewhere else.
for sure.
I mean, this is a tough one. With him actually following through and finding it somewhere else, is that kind of an asshole move?
No,
Yes and
absolutely
no.
not.
I mean, I I don't know on this one, man.
Look,
It's a tough
she
one.
told him to go
I,
find it. Now, if she hadn't have said that and he went out and did it without doing that, then that's a totally different conversation, and I would say he's the asshole. But he made his point clear. I want sex. I'm 28 years old. Like, there's no reason why this isn't a happenstance. And if she's only wanting sex for children, then that's a her problem. The fact is that you're in a relationship with two people, and you have to take both people's needs and wants and preferences into consideration. It's not fair to make a unilateral decision, like you mentioned, for both parties. Sex takes two people.
right,
And if you guys both
right,
aren't aligned on the sexual relationship, you guys need to move it along somewhere else. Now, whether you do like he had done and found it elsewhere and, go about it that way, polygamy style, or get a divorce and be friends afterwards, whatever it is, it's not fair to hold somebody hostage in a relationship with no sex.
right. Well, I mean, even she was like, "Are you gonna divorce me?" And he's like, "No, He's strictly going out there just for the sex.
For sure. And he loves her.
She's not giving it to him. Yeah, it sounds like he really does love her. He's begging to go to therapy together and stuff like that to try to fix the situations.
Right.
But like, I mean, I get where he's coming from. Look, a man has needs too.
Right.
You know, for some reason, women can go forever without sex. Men can't.
Some women can go forever without sex.
But
But nevertheless, like, this conversation needs to be had for everybody. Anybody younger listening, this needs to be a conversation that's had prior to getting married, because
yes,
you guys need to agree on number one, financials, number two, like how you're going to raise children, and number three, sex. Those are the three biggest causes of divorce. And if you two aren't on the same page before you put a ring on it, you're never going to be on the same page. Make your needs clear. Hey, I need it at least this many times.
well, the number one cause of divorce is marriage.
True. I mean,
Simple as that. The number one cause of divorce is marriage. You can't get divorced if you're not married.
right. Yeah, I've been in a dead bedroom situation, and I think this is where this one's coming from, is a dead bedroom. It's fucked up. It's wrong, and I don't think there's anywhere to see it clear. Because let's be honest, even if you're in a marriage and you try to take it, it's still grape, and that's fucking wrong too. So what do you expect this person to do? It doesn't matter whether they're male or female, but if you're denied in a marriage where there's a commitment for monogamy, that's wrong. There's no way around it. It's wrong.
Right? Well, and it's like, and that's what it seems like is she wants the marriage, but she doesn't want that part of the marriage, and it's not fair to him, who's also wants the marriage and trying to save it. So like seems like he's trying to find a compromise off of what she said, and now she's pissed at him for doing what she said. It's like, well, make up my mind. What do you want me to do?
And her agreement.
Either,
Go ahead, sir.
either you give it to me, who I want it from. He wants it from her. He wants her.
100%.
But she's not wanting to giving it up, and she's like, he flat out said, look, either you give it to me or I will go find someone somewhere else. And she said, go for it. Find it somewhere else.
Yeah. And the fact that she's pissed that he was cheating, even though she told him to, which fine, if you're pissed and you say something out of line, that's fine. But at the same time, her stipulation to get help for her is for him to break off the relationship where he's getting what he needs and go back to a spot where he's not getting what he needs. How is that fair? How about you fix, or at least make an effort, show up to counseling, show up for it. At least show that you actually care enough about the relationship to work on it. The fact that there's no care to work on it, that's another issue all in itself.
I agree. So I think we agree here, not the asshole.
No, he's not the asshole at all. And I think even if she didn't tell him, it would be a gray area of, you're not putting out in our relationship where I've committed to monogamy with you. That's psychological abuse, that's sexual abuse, that's mental emotional abuse. It's fucked up and wrong.
I for the most part agree with you on that last statement.
Well, air your disagreements. Let's hear it.
I mean, I don't think it's so much sexual abuse. It's the lack of sex. It doesn't make it abuse. It's definitely the rest of that, the mental abuse and the other things. But sexual abuse, in my opinion, is something completely different. It's something unwanted compared to wanting it but not being able to get it. But no, I agree on the mental abuse part of it. It's he's trying to make everything work here, and it's just not happening. She's not allowing it.
Well, whatever we want to classify it as, sexual, mental, it's wrong and it's abusive to keep somebody in that situation. Like, if you need to get a divorce, fine, get a divorce. You guys aren't matching up. That's an option. Obviously, the preferred option, if you guys aren't in alignment with that, before you run around and sleep with whoever you want. But again, I can totally understand the perspective of, I love this person. I love everything about them except for our sexual relationship, and it's not enough. So I understand that it's, and that's where I get the abusive part, because through somebody's head that's not getting it and that wants it but wants to be with that person, it's like, what do? Do you sacrifice your needs for their needs? And that's why it takes two to tango with sex. So
Right.
in my opinion, I think it's completely fucked up to do that to somebody. Either walk away, get a divorce, allow them to sleep around, as long as there's a knowledge that, hey, you're coming home to me at the end of the night. Whatever agreement.
And it sounded like that was there. Like he wasn't wanting to date this other girl.
And the other girl wasn't wanting to date
have
him
a
either.
Relationship. All they were doing was using each other for pleasure.
Exactly.
So I don't think this guy's an asshole. I think he was trying to go about everything the right way, and for her to get upset, I understand her being upset, but at the same time, she's the one that did it to herself.
Yeah. Say what you mean and mean what you say.
So definitely not the asshole.
Not the asshole. Well, let us know what you think about these stories down in the comments below. But anyway, this has been our banter. Stay brazen.
And don't do anything I would do.